lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. We're being joined this morning by our TikTok family, many of which who join us every morning to vibe higher. Why live in low vibration all of your life? Why live in fear all of your life? Why live in confusion all of your life? Why doubt yourself all of your life? Why not come to affirmations? Why not come to an event like the Morning Boost? I may not be your flavor this morning, but why not come into a gathering of other loved and lovable humans and set yourself free from the shackles of mental slavery? Thank you so much for the ice cream this morning, Friendella. You are loved and lovable, and thank you for helping me meet my goal. I think my goal was just, I don't know what it was, but thank you so much for helping me meet my goal. Once again, you're in Love in Action Morning Boost. Visit lovedandlovable.org to participate today. I'm really here for love. And I'm going to say that very, very clearly and succinctly this morning, that I'm here for love. Love is where I came from, and love is where I'm going to return to. And everything in the middle is an opportunity to choose the pleasantness of love or the unpleasantness of fear. Are you choosing today, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook? Are you choosing the pleasant vibration of love? Are you choosing to feel love today? Or are you choosing the unpleasantness of fear? In our community every day, we choose better. It feels better to me to vibe higher. It feels better for me to choose faith over fear. It feels better. And thank you to the wonderful Tara Praola Studio for stopping by this morning, as she does every day in my life, and helping me run the ship. No one can lift big dreams by themselves. It takes a community. Okay? There's this wonderful thing about the human journey that we need each other. And as much as I've effort in my life to not need people or to pretend like I don't need people, have you ever been in an energy where I can do this all by myself? Leave me alone. I got it. But the truth is that we actually need people to lift our dreams. And you may suffer today trying to lift a heavy burden by yourself. It may behoove you today to ask for help. It may behoove you today to ask for help and to not stop asking for that help until you get it. Okay? It may behoove you to speak up and to allow others to help you, to reach out to someone and say, yo, are you willing to stand with me in my mountaintop experience? Are you willing to stand with me in my valley? Anyway, that's what we do here. I'm going to start this morning, as I often do, talking about Dr. Flow's 3 fundamentals. Okay? You're going to hear me talk about these fundamentals for the next 25 years. So if you're an easily bored kind of individual looking for me to stand on my head and blow bubbles out of my nose, that's never going to happen. Dr. Flow is never going to blow bubbles out of his nose for the people. What I am going to tell you is that, number 1, you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. No one on the planet, not a family member or a friend, can change your loved and lovable nature. They will try to talk you out of your loved and lovable nature or give you all kinds of evidence. Life and society will try to give you all kinds of evidence to support that you're not loved and lovable. Buy this makeup, buy these shoes, have better friends, leave your family. I promise you, I've left probably 6 families in my life, including my family of origin, and humans gone human. Humans gone human, okay? So you better start loving yourself today. You better start calling yourself loved and lovable today before the world starts to do it externally, because it's an inside job and you're loved and lovable. You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. Very, very hard message to get down deep. You can leave it there. It has taken me years. Now, it could take you minutes. It really could take you minutes to get this down deep. But it's taken me years to actually tap into the fact that, well, damn, I've always been loved and lovable. The people watching me on the live streams and my live stream count and my follower count had nothing to do with me being loved and lovable. What my mother thought about me, what my daddy thought about me, what my colleagues think about me, what my boss thinks about me does not change my loved and lovable nature. It's a whole different energy when you start tapping into this place of, you mean I'm loved and lovable no matter what? Yes, you're loved and lovable no matter what. And I don't want to stay here too long, but I do want to say that for me, I really got the concept quickly that I'm loved. Okay? People on TikTok all day, thousands of people all day on TikTok throw me like and love. So I can kind of get the love part, right? I can get the ice cream so good from Frandella and the support from Tara on the screen here on YouTube and Facebook, and the support on TikTok from the Beautiful Soul Mod Squad. Shout out to y'all. I can get into loved because we're all getting like stones, as Poppy Water calls them, thrown at us every day on these social media platforms, right? All day, you're going to get at least one like today. I don't know anybody who won't get at least one mercy like from their friends. You know who throws me a mercy like every day? Tara throws me a mercy like every day. Even on the content that nobody else is paying attention to, or people are paying attention to it and they just don't resonate, or whatever the reasons are that have nothing to do with me, because nothing is personal. But everybody's going to get at least one mercy like or love today on their content or in their lives. I hope that everybody gets a mercy like. So being loved, when I say I'm loved and lovable, the I am loved part, I really do know deep down that somebody loves me and that groups of people love me. The hardest part for me to embrace, Shanique, Frandella, Tara, and everybody else assembled this morning, including my lovely love lurkers, user 15242536. Hardest part for me to get into my soul was that I am lovable. Lovable means the ability to take in love. And everybody doesn't have the ability to take in love just yet. We can see by the way the news is unfolding and the political structure of life is unfolding, the way that our family and friend relationships are going. Our external and internal relationships are telling us that we don't really feel the way we say we do. Even the spiritual people, even the spiritual leaders like me, there's evidence that we don't fully find ourselves able to be loved. And we have to have real conversations, not with each other, but with ourselves about what that's really all about. Take a drink of water. It's hot in here, spiritually. Okay. No, I got water. I'm telling the people, I'm live streaming, as you know, every day that you know me. I'm encouraging them to stay hydrated. When was the last time you had a cup of water? There you go. You have to have the ability to be loved. You have to be able to love yourself enough to have that drink of water, Dr. Flo. You have to love yourself enough to eat that breakfast on time, Dr. Flo. You have to love yourself enough to show up in the arena of your life. But the ability to receive love is a big deal. What does that look like this morning? And we're spending a long time on principle number one, but I just felt like talking about it. And Tara said, it's hot in here too. I just turned the heat down. And Tara also says, I drank a whole glass already. Yes, please have more water today. I think about how maybe people would stop dropping bombs and gossip if they drank more water. Dehydrated people and underhydrated people do weird things. I wonder how much evil in the world could be stopped if folks took care of themselves more and found themselves able to receive love. This is a big deal. What does it look like? Someone says to you, oh my God, girl, you look amazing in that dress. And you go, I've had it for 20 years. You should start dating again. I don't know about that. And then all the conversations that go along. You should start your business finally. Or like for me, you should take your business outside of the house eventually. Whether that's on the emails, y'all know I'm a homebody, so I don't necessarily want to leave and go out amongst the muggles. But I could do so in my emails and like I'm doing on TikTok, right? 270 people. It's not one of my most popular streams, but it certainly isn't zero people paying attention to the loved and lovable vibration. See what I'm saying this morning? You got to be able to be loved. You have to put yourself in the crosshairs of love. You have to put yourself in the crosshair of opportunity. Okay? As we used to say in New York, closed mouths do not get fed. Tara saying in the comments over on YouTube, receiving is very hard for folks. Yes. And I'm only going to deal with principle 1 today. I don't have time to go into principle 2 and 3. You just have to come back in the rest of the week and hear about the rest of my principles. I talk about them all the time, but I do want to stop here and talk about the receiving as being very, very hard. A lot of that is anchored in capitalism. Okay? This idea that if it is to be fixed, I must fix it myself. Anybody else in the room have that energy? If you want it done right, do it yourself. And so you spend your whole life tiring yourself out trying to do things on your own. I have a PhD in this. That's why they call me Dr. Flo. I have a PhD in trying to give it to me, Poppy Water. I'll just do it myself. Aren't you exhausted of trying to live life on your own? Aren't you tired of being isolated in your own emotions and not having anyone to talk to and being able to receive that comforting conversation, to be able to receive that word of encouragement? And you're in control of that experience. I know some of you have to go this morning, but go in control of your experience. Don't go living according to the terms, causes, and conditions of other people. Be able to receive love today. Okay? I don't know what they're talking about above or below me on your thumb on TikTok. Go check them out. Let me know what they're talking about, Shanique, above and below me on TikTok. As above, so below. But receiving is very, very hard for people. I know this is true because I give 1-minute hugs. And I've gotten away from this for a moment in my life. but I give 1-minute hugs. If you ever want to see someone get very, very uncomfortable, give them a 1-minute hug. Okay? Grim, unless you translate that for me, you're going to get muted. So unless you tell me what you're meaning in the quotes in the next 5 seconds, you're going to catch a flight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Flight attendants. Too late. Too late. Freedom for Palestine and freedom for the Israeli people who don't want to be under an oppressive regime. And whatever you were saying in my loved and lovable chat. I read and speak Spanish and English only. So you have to relate to me as I relate to you. And my mods do not play. So come correct next time you are able to speak here. I receive love. I receive love. I let it in. And thank you to everybody who came to affirmations this morning as well. Affirmations really got me charged to just not give a damn about what anybody else thinks about me. It's important that I'm able to receive love and then amplify that out in the world, because everything that I give out comes back to me multiplied. And I am ready to receive. It may be hard to receive for other people, and it may have been hard for me to receive up until now. But I receive. I feel the love. Let's move into these chakras real quick before I forget what I'm doing here. We got about 6 minutes on the clock, and then I'll let you all back into your very, very busy lives. I know that you're very, very, very busy. Shanique, happy birthday to you. I wish you 365 days more, and I hope that you feel 365% better today than you did a year ago. Happy birthday. Okay, so we're in Solar Plexus Tuesday. The affirmation is not I feel. That must have been yesterday in the sacral chakra. Today is I do. And Dr. Flo, by the way, has embraced the gift of imperfection. If you want to read an amazing book by Brene Brown, it's called The Gifts of Imperfection. So set yourself free today as I've set myself free from being a perfect person. Those folks don't exist. And so it's not I feel today, even though I need to work on my feelings and work on my emotions and be in the driver's seat of my feelings and emotions. Today, we're all about doing. And so what do you do? Poppy Water says, I do feel. Yes. I do take action towards my dreams. I do show up this morning in TikTok and live stream. I do YouTube and Facebook. I do amplify love on the planet. I do share with people. I do take no mess off of nonsensical people. I do amplify love. I do give 1-minute hugs. What do you do? Because what's more important, the affirmation is like, the affirmation is not I don't. Okay? There's so many people who could tell you what they don't do. You know, I don't like green eggs and ham. You know, there's a whole book about it. Right? Well, what do you like? What brings you joy? What brings you clarity? What brings you manifestation? What elevates your creativity? What increases your confidence? What increases your energetic wellness? When you are imbalanced in your solar plexus chakra, which is located in your upper abdomen and stomach, this is like the area where people say you have butterflies in your stomach. When you're imbalanced in that energy, to be very pessimistic. You may even be pessimistic about this live right now, right? I could choose to be pessimistic about my presentation on the live stream this morning. But when you are imbalanced, you will see life as half empty. You won't be able to luxuriate in the gift of the present moment in your life because everything's just awful. Have a great day, Shanique. You're loved and lovable. Thank you for stopping by. I do love you, and I do wish you a happy birthday. And if you come in here next week and say it's my birthday again, like the people do on TikTok, I'm going to call a bullshit. But I do believe that you are. Are we still in Scorpio, Poppy Water? They have a very specific flavor, those Scorpios. A very specific flavor. And Shanique has it for sure. So when you're imbalanced in your solar plexus chakra, you are a pessimist. You are insecure about yourself. You are insecure about your material needs. You don't feel like your needs are going to get met. You don't feel like things are going to work out for you. It's just like, oh my God, how awful. And I get into these vibrations myself. But when you are aligned into your I do energy, you are confident. I know that I placed those new vocal clinics and business development workshops on the table last night. I did it, Joe. I do it, Joe. And when you know that I know that I pushed live on this live stream this morning. I know that I am doing a loved and lovable live stream on 3 platforms simultaneously this morning. I do. Brentley, I do dance very well. Yes, you do. I do a great job brand designing. Yes. When I was praying to the universal manager for a manager and a partner, I love men who dance well. Men who dance and move well usually translate that energy into other spaces. It's a cross-transferable skill, if you know what I mean. And Poppy Water does dance well. And I pray for that. He also has a creative energy. And he's also affirming this morning in the chat, I do my part and ask to increase my part. I do. I do. For all the creators, righteous children who are into crystals, the crystals that may set you free in your confidence and your energetic wellness today are Tiger's Eye, Citrine, Yellow Jasper, Septarian. You can also eat bananas, oats, yellow squash, peppers, and lemons, pineapple, and mango to just charge your prayers. Remember, eating the banana is not going to make you do your work. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Sunflower. Welcome back. We're still here. How many years has Dr. Flo been doing the affirmations, honey? How many years has Dr. Flo been doing the affirmations? How many years is Dr. Flo going to continue to do the affirmations? It's like asking how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. The world will never know how long Dr. Flo is going to be showing up doing affirmations. Doing affirmations, speaking of I do, doing affirmations has always changed my life. And it's something that I always forget to do. But it's no big deal because life is all about forgetting and remembering. Do you know that? Do you know life is all a cycle of forgetting and remembering? That's why we should be gentle with ourselves and others, because you remember who you are in your higher state, and then life happens and you forget. And then you start to remember again who you are, and then you start to forget. There's not a single person in this stream or person who will watch it back later on Facebook and YouTube in the replays who has not experienced this. There's not anybody in the room who poops. Dr. Flu is a straight talker. I don't beat around the bush and say things just to make you feel good. Okay? A lot of people can make you feel good, but then they don't really believe in you. There's not a single person in the room who pees and poops, who does not remember their higher selves and then after time forgets it, or remembers the things that brought them joy and satisfaction and then forget it. And the Buddha talked about this very, very clearly in the sacred Buddhist text, this cycle of forgetting and remembering. And you should be gentle with yourself when you forget who you are, because eventually you're going to remember who you are again as well. And as you surround yourself with more people who remember who they are, you'll forget less. And this morning, as well, Tara and I weren't in the shower together. Number one, I don't flow that way. Dr. Flo does not flow towards Tara and Tara apart. But we were in the shower together this morning because I had the affirmations going on rave, and Tara was in Minnesota listening to affirmations. As I'm in the shower this morning, soaping my pits, I'm like, yo, how did I forget the power of affirmation? How do I keep forgetting that every time I do my affirmations, I have a better day? Every time I do my affirmations, I treat Poppy Water better. I treat Tara better. I treat my community and my clients and my students better every time I do affirmation. Why is it that I keep forgetting to do my affirmations? Why is it that I keep forgetting to love myself? Why is it that I keep forgetting to drink my water? It's a cycle of forgetting and remembering. And so I seek to hold community, and there's 10 people here, and it's been a slow little live today because I've not been, it has nothing to do with me. Let's be very clear, people. Your numbers on social media have nothing to do with you. So I just have the numbers I have today, right? But my job on the planet is to remind people what works spiritually so they can remember who they are. And everyone in this room can recall a point or a period in their lives where they remembered who they were after forgetting. This is the reason, Tara, why they're like, oh my God, he still, it's people sometimes also say these things to my face, like, oh my God, you're still live streaming? It's because they came into my live stream one time, didn't enjoy it, and then never returned again. And because that's something that they would not do, they would not commit their lives to telling people they're loved and lovable every day, all day. They would not commit their lives to reminding people that they are imperfectly perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as they are. They would not commit themselves to reminding people that they have to see it for themselves and believe in themselves today, or none of the dreams are going to cook. You're going to stay in that same broken place unless you choose to love yourself today and remember the truth of who you are. But I'm an imperfect healer. I'm an imperfect healer. I forget my power daily. If you look at the receipts of my life, I'm always forgetting the power of who I am. But wouldn't today be a wonderful day to begin to remember again? Could our core members drop in the chat if we're going to the fellowship hall today? There may be a poll somewhere in here where, if I can remember how to pull my own polls. I've turned into a fancy bitch, so I don't even recall anymore how to launch a poll. But we got one. Tara says she opened her mouth and says, I am open to fellowship hall. So we're going to start that in about 5 minutes after I read about generosity. Generosity is this week's theme. It's not me asking you for money. I did not choose the theme of generosity this week in order to ask for help. I'm going to be asking for help next week and the week after that and the week after that and the week after that. And I encourage all of you to ask for help as well. Okay? This week, as we talk about generosity, both generosity to ourselves and also generosity to other people, we're leaning into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's the third day. He worked in a social services office. One night at the close of the day, a young woman wandered in. She was newly sober, had nowhere to go, and didn't have a penny in her pocket. I told her she could use the phones to try to get some help, he said. I wanted to do something for her, give her some money, some practical help. But I had such strong codependency issues that I had worked on that I was afraid it was wrong to give. I know it's not my fault or my responsibility, but I wish now that I had given more. I see you, Poppy Water. Thank you so much. You're loved and lovable. Some of us gave way too much, way too often in the wrong places. We gave and gave to black holes, or we gave in such a way that people became dependent on us and didn't take responsibilities for themselves. Oh, this is spicy mustard. This is spicy mustard. Some of us gave way too much, way too often in the wrong places. We gave and gave to black holes, or we gave in such a way that people became dependent on us and didn't take responsibility for themselves. Me too, y'all. I have been given to at times in my life in ways where I became dependent. I'm not talking about me asking for donations, though. Y'all need to come up off that money. $5, $10, ice cream so good. Who's giving me 4 more ice creams this morning? Come up off of that. But there are times in life where we give in such a way to people that they become dependent on us and don't take responsibility, or we gave when we really didn't want to. Okay? So if you don't want to give me ice creams, don't give me ice creams. I don't like. Oh, there it is. I asked, I believed, and I received. Hallelujah. And Cash App Dr. Flo funds or donate at lovedandlovable.org. Thank you so much, Tara. I do appreciate you. I bow to your greatness. I bow to your greatness. They say you're not a friend, but you are. Ice cream's so good. And thank you, Brittany, for the roses as well. You are loved and lovable. Everyone's loved and lovable. But only certain people can sit by me. Look into our heart and search. The real answer was no to giving. It's not giving that's bad. Giving is good. Some of us get confused and think giving is wrong. It's only time to stop giving and take care of ourselves when we give compulsively, give obsessively, squander our resources in an irresponsible way, confuse giving with grandiosity, or give in a way that enables and harms. Once we learn how to say no, we learn that it's equally valuable to learn when to say yes. This week's challenge is that the hardest thing about giving can be determining when what we're doing is healthy giving and when it's not. We may be afraid of being manipulated and used if we walk around the world with a generous spirit. I've experienced this in my community here. I've experienced this in my relationship with Poppy Water. You know, you give your resources, you give your time, you give your talent, you give your treasure, and then all of a sudden that fear starts to take over of like, yo, I gave to this person. Are they taking advantage of me? Are they manipulating me? Are they using me? Are the people on TikTok and the other people in the community who may or may not donate to my causes, are they coming for the free shit, Dr. Flo? You can get into all of these different fearful kind of vibrations about being manipulated and used. if you walk around the world with a generous spirit. And that does happen sometimes, but maybe we will get manipulated or tricked once in a while. But I don't think that's a codependent slip. Sometimes it's time to back off from giving and just take care of ourselves. That's only part of recovering and mental health. And after we do that, it's time to get back in the game and learn how and when to give. Today in our fellowship hall over on Google Meet, we're going to be talking about how and when it's best to give. How and when it's best to give of ourselves to ourselves, and how and when it's best to give to other people in what Poppy Water is calling on TikTok the cycle of giving. Yes, not only to other people, but also to yourself. Ice cream's so good. Ice cream's so good. The real good ice cream in life is loving yourself. Yeah, please screenshot that or send that to Helen. Helen at lovedandlovable.org. If y'all have any complaints today about what I've shared, or any cries of outrage or any super ouches about what I've shared, you can email Helen at lovedandlovable.org, and a member of our team will reach back to you and make sure that I get the message to clean it up if it is to be cleaned. I want to encourage you to go to lovedandlovable.org to join our core groups. Thank you, Tara, for your assistance always. You're like, why do you still talk to Tara? Why do you still have her around? Because she actually supports me in my dreams in the ways that I value here. She may not be buying me a house, but she's here in these streams, right? There are levels of support, and we need them all to be successful. Also, don't forget today to give and get help at lovedandlovable.org. If you go there, you're going to see some amazing programs. You're going to learn about my amazing life. You're going to learn about my amazing collaborators who've stuck with me. The only people that have the balloons are the people who are around. You got to be around to have a balloon. And so I want y'all to go onto the website and look into the people who have the balloons. All right? Full of hot air. All of them. I'm joking. Dr. Flo is full of hot air as well. We all should be full of hot air. Otherwise, we have a problem. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free of all suffering. And may a bigger love just wrap you in its loving arms today. May you not be as afraid of life as you were yesterday. May you not be as afraid of life as you were yesterday. Going back into these comments before we go, and thank you, Tara, for showing up. I know, Tara, that our sitting in these select spaces by ourselves, we know now that there's 8 people over on TikTok, and there's you and me hanging out over on YouTube. We know that the people are coming. There's 3 people now. The people are coming. My magic, before y'all go, my magic will not be denied. On this earth, my magic will not be denied. Not at all. Every day I'm becoming less fearful of myself. Every day I'm removing the mountain that is me. And I encourage you to do the same. Have a wonderful day. We're going to the fellowship hall. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you would like to RSVP to get a notification delivered to you so that you can be here on time, then go to lovedandlovable.org. And to all of my love lurkers who watch me every day, you're going to watch me win. As higher power, shamalama ding dong, the universe gives me strength, you're going to watch me win. And I want to watch you win as well. But that's only going to happen if we do our life assignment. And I hope that everybody continues to receive, feel, speak, and serve. I hope that everyone continues to come back for the affirmations, because feeling good is the remedy to all of the ailments. Feeling good today should be top priority. You may not make more money today. You may feel a little instability in your life today, or a lot of instability in your life today. But the key to having a happy life is to figure out in your own special way how to feel good. Because feeling good amplifies that sensation and allows you to attract more abundance into your life. You're welcome, Angie. You're loved and lovable. Thank you, Tara Parola Studio, for being my vocal captain on the Loved and Lovable tour. Thank you to Poppy Water for production support and loving me interpersonally. Thank you to Angie and Shanique and Vestella and Frandella and all of these other energies that are supporting the Loved and Lovable mission. Thank you to TT Nadia for keeping the lights on and for providing the housing for us in this season. It's been a very, very long year, and we're moving forward. We're moving forward, and we're getting better and better all the time. For those of you who have not yet joined my free program, our free program, because Tara's helping me run it as well, because I'm tired. A bitch is tired. I'm tired. I'm just, a bitch is tired. And, raise your hand if you're tired, and that's okay. But we have a free program called Team Better, where we celebrate the ways in which we are better than we were in the past and how we intend to get better in the future. And we're worthy of working on these things. We're worthy of giving love and receiving love. So have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow. I'm live streaming all day today. Thank you for the 1.8 thousand likes. Thank you to the 636 people who came. And also welcome to my family, all of my new followers here. I average about one new follower for every 1,000 views. And today we got one new follower in 636 views. So guess what that is? Team Better. Have a wonderful day, everybody. You're loved and lovable. And I really, really do appreciate